Flosstube. This is Haley, also known as Peregrine Stitcher, here on Flosstube and on Instagram. How the heck are ya? Hope everyone is doing well. Today is Thursday, September 1st, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 10. I hope everyone has been doing well. I did not have a chance to make a Flosstube in August. Things have been really crazy. And I will get to that when I get to my life update. I have a huge life update. I'm really excited. It's all good. It's about as big of a life update as you can get. It's good though. I'm not dying. I'm not getting married. I'm not having a baby, thank God. But it's all good. So I will tell you about that at the end when we get there. But I also have a lot to show you because while things have been busy, I have also been busy stitching. So I have two finishes to show you. Actually, first I will say I had hoped to have some fully finished objects to show you. As you know, last month I finished Princess Eliana by Mirabelia and Elizabeth Isles. I have not taken those to get them framed yet. It has to do with my life update. So it will all make sense by the end, but I don't have those fully framed yet. Anyhow, but I do want to show you the finishes that I have. First, I finished the MFE Pride Sow. So this is on a 28 count ice blue swag art, and I used the Leo and Roxy Pride Collection floss, 2/2. Sorry, my dog is about to bark at someone. Please excuse her. Anyhow, I stitched this for my daughter, my trans daughter, who turned 18 last month as a birthday gift. I finished it just in time. I did not have a chance to frame it for her, but this is also one that will go to the framers quite soon. I think it turned out really well. It's just so joyful. I mean, the colors are just amazing. I didn't make any changes to speak of other than on these birds. I did make all the birds pink and blue versus alternating with black and brown, just to make it a little bit more trans focused for her. And I also changed some of these diamonds here on these flowers to be the pink and blue colors. But this was just so much fun to stitch, and I think it turned out really well. I can't wait to get it framed for her. She really liked it. And it was just great. There were a couple issues in the pattern. There were a couple of mistakes. For example, I forget which one of them, but like, you see how there's these little green leaves all around? Like one of those was navy. I don't think that was right. There are also all these little red buds. One of those was the wrong color, so I made it red. I think they were just chart errors, but I made them consistent with the rest of the pattern. Anyhow, I think that's just glorious. I love the colors. Not something, not a color palette I would typically use, but I love how it turned out. So yeah, I'll get that framed and I'll show it to you again once it's framed. And then, drum roll please. I wish I knew how to do a drum roll. I should actually, having majored in music, but I don't. I finished Pandemic. I did it. I finally did it. It is all done. So let's see here. I'm gonna have to stand up to show you, I think. There we go. It's done. I'm so excited. I'm so excited and so happy with how it turned out. I spent probably a couple weeks in August on this, just decided to power through and finish it. So just to show you, let's see. The pages I did were 19 and 20, so right here in this corner. And boy, it was a chore. This last part, this is the last part that I did right here. And oh my goodness, that was brutal. It was just brutal. But it was the only thing standing in between me and having it done. So I think it turned out great. So again, this is done on an 18 count oatmeal Ada. And I used a DMC Coloris variegated floss in the colorway Cottage. So this is another one that I will be getting framed very soon. This is going to be super expensive to frame. Oh my goodness, it's just huge. But I can't wait to have that up on my wall. I think this really will be, you know, it will be an heirloom piece, I hope. They better not sell this at a yard sale when I'm gone. I'm telling you, I will not be happy. Okay, so those were my big finishes. I also had, let's see here, I had what I am calling a start and a finish, even though it's part of a larger piece. So I'm working on the Loose Feathers series by Blackbird. And I did finish number 1, which is called, I guess it's called It's Spring Fever. Yeah. So I'll show you what this looks like. This was a lot of fun to stitch too. I hadn't done Blackbird in a while, and I really want them back in my rotation, so this is what I'm starting with. So there it is. Isn't it pretty? So this is on a 36 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim with the called for floss, 1/2. And so my plan is to do all, I think there are 9 or 12, I can't recall at the moment, but I'm going to do them all on one piece of fabric. So next time I'll do number 2 right here. And I'm hoping to do that in September. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. They're so subtle, but just gorgeous. And I could do that border all day long. Absolutely beautiful. Yay. So that's been fun. And I had a couple of other new starts as well. Since I finished Pandemic, that is actually going to open up a lot of room in my schedule because I've been spending a lot of time on Pandemic, quite frankly. So I feel like I could reward myself and add in a couple new things. So let's see, this is the first thing I started, and I've been meaning to start this for a while, so I finally got a chance to do it. This is Plum Street, Miss Bingley's Library. So I got a good start on this too. I did the whole top part. And now I just have the house and the words down below. The house will be great for travel stitching. And I'm going to have a lot of travel stitching coming up. So that will be good. Let's see, I'm trying to recall what fabric this is. I don't have it at the moment. I don't recall. And I'm really bad at adding to the show notes. I probably should not be a YouTuber because I don't have the time that it takes to really do it the right way, but I enjoy it, so I'm gonna do what I can. I'll try to look it up and share the fabric with you next time. I know it's a 32 count and I'm using the called for floss, but I can't recall at the moment what fabric it is. So that's been fun. And then my other new start, I got the floss for this that I had ordered. So I started Birds from Bernhardt's Books. And I have shared with you the plans that I had for it, which is this really amazing fabric. Let's see here. There we go. So this fabric is, it's a 36 count, and it's a formerly known as cherry cobbler, but it's just gorgeous. Look at that. And so the thread, the floss that I chose is called Mother of Pearl, and it was in one of the monthly floss clubs from Leo and Roxy from Evertotes, and it's this nice sort of pinky gray. So I ordered more so I would have enough to do this. But tell me what you think of this. I just did a little corner, and I don't know. I think it's okay. The coverage is not great. I'm doing 1/2. This is 36 count. I think 2/2 would be too much, but because it's such a dark fabric and the floss is so light, it's very exposed. Like, you really can see all of the little X's. So I don't know, tell me what you think. Do you like this? Should I keep going? Should I look for something else? I feel like on this fabric, it has to be a lighter colored floss, so even changing the shade slightly is not going to help that. I could try to do 2/2 and see what that looked like. But let me know if you think this looks good. In some ways, I kind of like it. It's very delicate, and I think, you know, once you have the whole thing, it'll look pretty good. But let me know what you think before I get too much more done on it. If I'm gonna make a change, I'd rather make the change now. So those were my 2 new starts. And now I will move on to my whips, my works in progress. So as usual, I have been working on the Modern Folk Embroidery Mystery Sal for 2022. I don't have the chart handy, but I finished up through August, so you'll be able to see what that looks like. Go back a little bit. It's looking good. So exciting. So August was this area here. Fold this up. So it was this carnation motif here with the swan and then the little lion chasing the deer. I did not do the top part of this next floral motif because I got off by 1 stitch on this vase of carnations, which I think is okay because there's plenty of space around it. But I want to count off something else to start the top of this floral motif down here. So that I don't mess it up further. But yeah, this is fun. So this is on a 32 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax. And I'm using Leo and Roxy chalkboard floss, 2/2. We're so close. September, October, November, December. That's all we have left. I really hope I have enough room at the bottom. I think I've measured a bunch of times. I think it'll be okay, but boy, that would be disappointing if I did not. But it should be okay. So that is MFE Mystery Sal. And then I also worked on Red Sampler. So this is Rejoice Evermore by Brenda Gervais. I have this in my cute little bag from Evertote with the squirrels. Love this one. And I made some good progress on this. I love working on this piece. There we go. So last time I had finished the whole border and the top left-hand corner. So I took, that section all the way across the top. It's just beautiful. And this coming month in Sampler September, I plan to do this next row here, which looks like it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, this is going really well. You know what I was thinking about? I love working on Brenda Gervais, and I was thinking about why that is. And you know, with her charts, the math makes sense. You know, it's very predictable. It feels very comfortable. It's evenly divisible. It all just makes sense from a proportional perspective, which makes it, for me, really enjoyable to work on. I find it's the same with modern folk embroidery, you know, just very symmetrical. The patterns make sense. And I would say, you know, as opposed to, you know, other designers, I would say like Blackbird are more organic. You know, there's like the vines that twist and turn and the flowers that are all different. And I like those too. I like both of them, but you know, for me, these are really enjoyable to work on because they just make sense to my right brain in addition to my left brain. And the colors are just amazing. So yeah, this is fun. In fact, I think I want to get right to this as my next project for the beginning of this month because I really enjoyed working on that. And then the last piece I worked on, nope, I've got two more. So as usual, I have also worked on my temperature butterflies. This is by Stitching Mommy. And I finished August. Well, almost. I still have a few days left. There we go. So as you can see, it's still hot, really hot. But it's starting to cool down, and I think September, we're actually going to see some cooler, rainier weather. So it'll start heading towards fall soon. Yeah. So that's all good. And now the last piece I worked on, I was just working on it today. I wanted to get a few, well, I got a couple days in on my Mirabelia. So the Mirabelia I'm working on right now is at the Met. And this is just gorgeous too. Love this. So this is what I have done so far. So last time I had done like up through here. And so I filled in a lot of the detail on this sash, everything except the beading. I finished filling in the blue. And then I've been working on this huge black skirt. Boy, that is a lot of black. But it's going to be really pretty when it's done. And so this is on a 32 count fabric called Mind Blowing by Fortnite Fabrics. I got this at StitchCon, and I really like how this is turning out so far. So yeah, look forward to working on that a little bit more as well. Okay, so that is all I've been stitching on. So let me move quickly to haul. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot in terms of haul. I've got all the floss clubs. So I'll go through those quickly just because I like to see them. And so if you want to get some ideas for some good flosses. So the first club I'm in is Color and Cotton. And they just changed their setup to where you can get, their thread club is, if you get all colors, is 10 skeins, but you can also get their classic collection in addition to that. So that's what I'm doing. So in the actual August club, they have this nice, I guess, Halloween themed set. So this bright purple is called Witchful Thinking. It's a great Halloween purple. A gray that's called Full Moon. A little bit of a darker purple called Under Your Spell. This nice green, which is Bewitched. and then a grayish black, which is Raven. So really great for all of those Halloween patterns. And then they also sent a nice fall palette. So we've got pumpkin pie, creeping vines, carving pumpkin, cauldron bubble, and oh my gourd. So between these two sets, you know, you'd be all set for autumn stitching, in my opinion. And then they also sent their classic collection, which is just their regular colors that I'm trying to just build up my stash on. Again, these all fit into the fall palette as well. So we've got terracotta, russet, forest, golden ale, and carmine. So all really yummy colors. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I guess it's because I'm doing my Flosstube late, but I have two sets of Leo and Roxy. So I have August, which you've probably seen these, but I love this color set. This is You're My Jam, Don't Be Jelly, Strawberry Taffy, Don't Be Blue, and Jaded. Those beautiful. Love the purples. And then the neutrals are also quite nice. We have Washed Denim, Pebble Beach. Another one is too small for me to read. Common Currency, Yes Yam, and Brazen. So those are really pretty. And then I already got September, so if you haven't gotten your September packs, fast forward or look away, but here they are. These are the Brights Limeade. That's really bright. Pinky Promise. I think we have enough pinks now, I'm just saying. We've gotten a lot of pinks on the Floss Club. Rhymes with Orange, Craisins, and Dorothy. And then on the neutrals, we have Untoward. It's like a pretty brownish red. Molasses, Morganite, Moscato, and Off the Record. So yeah, all really good flosses. I'm so excited. I just love to see them all hanging together, and now I have a place to go to if I'm looking for something to switch out. So that's really fantastic. And I got just a couple other things, not a lot, because I was ordering some floss from Evertope. I, had to order a couple other things too. So I got this one, Song of the Nightingale, and I feel like I have lots of flosses from these floss clubs to choose from to stitch this particular pattern, so I'll look forward to doing that. And then I also got this beautiful bag, and it came with a nice little zipper pull with the bird. And there's also inside a Notions pouch. It's a nice little, I guess those are little pine needles. Anyhow, so I really like that. And then I also ordered from Evertope, because again, I have to order pretty much everything they advertise. Honeysuckle Manor by Blackbird. And so this came as a kit, so it came with this, I got 36 count Panettone and a Leo and Roxy floss to do 2 of the charts in here. And I think those 2 charts are Margaret Harris, 1877. So this one. And then the other one was Hannah Lovina Jocelyn, which is also great. So yeah, so fabric and floss to do both of those at some point when I have time. A couple other things I have listed under haul, although they're not really anything to show, is that I was on the wait list for Stitch North and I got accepted. I guess the spot opened up, so I got accepted. I'm going to go to the first weekend in April next year. So I'm excited about that. And then I also got into Jacobpalooza, which I'm really excited about. That's a retreat hosted by Caroline from Evertote, at which Jacob DeGraff will be the featured designer. So that is in October of 2023, and I signed up for the first weekend for that too. So really excited about both of those. I also ordered, I kitted up this next Mirabelia, which is tea. So I ordered the flosses and beads and all that sort of thing, and I couldn't find one that didn't have a chart that came with it. So what that means is I actually have two. So I'm going to give this one away. And coincidentally, this is to celebrate reaching 1,000 subscribers, which is so exciting. I haven't paid that much attention to it. I feel like last time I looked at it, it was like 600 something. And then I just happened to check again and it was over 1,000. I was like, wow. That's so exciting. So I want to give this away to whoever wants it. You know all the rules, over 18, like and subscribe, don't say freebie, handout, giveaway, anything like that. Just use the word tea. You can let me know your favorite tea. You can spill the tea, whatever you want. And I'll be happy to send this out to you. Actually, you know, I should mention, probably the reason I'm over 1,000 subscribers now is because I got a shout out from Brenda and Laura, which was so nice. I had to tell you, I squealed like a little pig. I was like, oh, they know who I am. But I really appreciated that. And so I think maybe some people have found me because of that. So I really appreciate their support. Always enjoy watching their channel. Okay, let's see. I think that's it for stitching, and I want to try to keep this a little bit short, but so I will get to life updates. If you don't want to hear about the life updates, this would be a good time to drop off and catch me next time. So everything is great. So as I mentioned, my youngest, graduated from high school. Well, she graduated in May, but still had some work to finish up over the summer. And so she officially graduated August 15th. And then she turned 18 on August 16th. And she started her first full-time job on the Monday after that. So I'm just so proud of her, and I'm really happy for her. And she's, you know, she's been doing great. She's been getting up and going to work early, and she really likes it. She's working at the same college I'm working at, in the dining hall. So yeah, I mean, is that nepotism? I don't think so. We really, really needed people to work in the dining hall. And I told them if she doesn't do a good job, I have no problem firing her. No problem at all. But she is doing a good job, and she gets to eat lunch and dinner. So she's been working like way more than full-time plus overtime, and seems really happy. And after only a week, came home and told me that she wants to go to college. So that's a bit of a change of tune, but I guess, you know, one full-time week of manual labor will do that to you. So we'll have to talk about what her options are in that regard. But I'm really glad to see her happy and having ambitions and finding her way in the world. And so that is all good, because I have big news myself. So I actually got a new job. I got an amazing new job that I'm so excited about. I am going to be the Associate Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer at a very prestigious university in Chicago. One might almost say that it is a University of Chicago. And I'm starting there in October. So this is just huge. I am going back and forth between being really excited and totally freaking out. But for the most part, I'm excited. And so what that means is I'm moving to Chicago soon. So I'm actually, I'm going to keep my house here because Em needs a place to live, and I have 2 outdoor cats. And so Em is going to stay here with the pets and the house. And I'm going to get an apartment in Chicago. I actually already have an apartment, at least short term. That'll give me some time to look for something longer term. And I will go back and forth frequently to make sure everything is okay. They are giving me some flexibility to work remotely when I need to. And it's just it's like a 90-minute nonstop flight between Syracuse and Chicago, so it's not bad. So yeah, I've been thinking about making a move for a while. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's my midlife crisis, but I just turned 49. I'm going to be 50 next year, and I just felt like I'm very happy with the way things are right now, and I'm very grateful for everything that I have and that I've been able to do, but I'm just not where I want to be yet. I feel like I'm not doing everything that I could be or want to be doing. And I think, and I'll share this with you. I don't know, some may sympathize with this and some may not, but I feel in some ways that stitching, I feel like I've been using stitching to sort of hide a little bit and to just stay home and stay here in this world right here, because there's so much craziness going on. But I don't want to do that. I think I've kind of gotten out of balance in that regard. I love stitching. I would do it all the time if I could, but it's also not good for me if I'm doing it all the time at the expense of other things that, would be leading to a fuller and richer life. Like, I need to be exercising and I need to be spending time with other people. And I want to be in a job and career that I find really exciting and fulfilling, and where I can make a big contribution. And so this is kind of my fresh start. Both of my kids are up and out. They're 18. I don't have to stay in Ithaca anymore and be legally responsible, and they're capable of taking care of themselves. So I'm going to take this leap of faith and go to Chicago, and I'm really, really excited about it. So if you're in Chicago or you know anyone who's there, let me know. I'd love to get together and stitch sometime, or find out where the LNSs are, that sort of thing. I got a sweet apartment right on Lake Michigan. So I'm excited about that. It'll be kind of opposite world from my house that's built in 1820 here, where there are a lot of things that need to be renovated and repaired and things like that. So anyhow, that's my news. I don't know what this will mean for stitching. Like, I'm taking all my stitching with me. I don't know if I'll have as much time to stitch anymore, or maybe I'll have more time, because I'll have work, but then I won't have like as much house or kids or pets to take care of. So I don't know. I'll also be going back and forth and flying a lot, so I'll have time on the plane. we'll just have to see how it all works out. But for all intents and purposes, I think the next time I do a Flosstube, I will be doing it from Chicago, as far as I know. So probably early October. It'll be too crazy between now and then with getting stuff ready to move, and I've got a board meeting at the end of this month, and just a lot going on. So yeah, really exciting. So I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone enjoys Sampler September. Can't wait to see what everyone is working on. I will still be catching up on my Flosstube and trying to keep tabs on everyone to see what's going on. So yeah, hopefully I will see you in about a month from now from a brand new location. So take care, everyone. Keep calm and carry on.